Good afternoon. We're back with more Marvel Champions. And today it will be Ant-Man versus the once and future Kang. In my first video of this, I did not account for the hand size of 4 while in giant form because I simply didn't notice that somehow. So we're going to replay the scenario and play it properly this time with the hand size of 4 while in giant form. So we have Kang's arrival. When revealed, deal each player an encounter card. We are playing on expert difficulty. And Kang on expert has 1/3. When he attacks, he places 1/3 on the main scheme, or he gets +2 attack, and when defeated, advance the scheme to stage 2 at the end of the phase. See how Ant-Man does. As long as he gets set up in a relatively timely manner, should be fine. Don't think I'll keep the giant cards. Ant-Man's helmet is very good. Energy is very good. This is a very strong hand. So let's get going. We'll go ahead and flip to tiny. We'll flip to giant first, and the reason is because I do have resize and I want to end up in tiny. So we'll flip to giant. And we don't need to bother playing the helmet first because when you flip the giant it heals 2 damage, but we'll deal 1 damage and get rid of this toughness from Kang. And I think I'll want to use Ant-Man's basic action to deal 3 damage because there's nothing to thwart to start this one out. So we'll get 3 damage on him. Then we'll go... Energy and War Machine for Ant-Man's helmet. And we'll play Resize. Flip to Tiny and draw a card with the helmet. Play Pim Particles for Army of Ants. Draw a card with Pim Particles. I'll keep both of those cards. I'll deal 1 damage with the Army of Ants and we'll draw 3. So 1 threat and 1 attack from Kang, which Ant-Man will tank. It's going to be 5, so 3 damage. And we'll place 1 threat instead of taking +2 attack. And then we got 2 encounter cards to deal with. We got Temporal Shield. When Kang is attacked, discard, prevent all damage from this attack, and deal 1 damage to the attacker. And we got Ancient Warrior with a quick strike for 2. So for the hero phase, what do we want to do here? Just go 1, 2, 3 for Mockingbird. Get a stun on Kang, and we'll attack him. Discard the Temporal Shield, prevent all damage, retaliate of 1. That's no problem. We'll use Army of Ants for 1, and I think I'm going to need to flip to giant form here. I'm fine with ending up in giant form when I have the helmet, because when I flip back I draw an extra card. So we'll heal for 2 with the helmet and deal 1 damage to the Ancient Warrior with the giant form, and then we'll draw 3. I'd be very hesitant to flip to giant form without the helmet out. 1 threat, remove stun, and 1 encounter card, which is depowered. You cannot play hero-specific cards. Discard a hero-specific card from your hand to discard this obligation. Okay, during the hero phase, we'll just go ahead and discard Wasp to get rid of depowered. And then we will go 1, 2, 3 for Beat Cop. We'll attack for 3. Flip to Tiny. Draw a card. Use Army of Ants. Use Beat Cop. and also remove one threat with tiny. Then we'll discard the counterintelligence and draw 5. 2 army advance there, so we'll have the full setup in the first half of the deck or so. That's very strong. 1 threat, 1 attack from Kang. We'll give him +2 for this attack, since a ally is tanking it anyway. And then we got 1 encounter card, which is Shadow of the Past. Yeah, the hero obligations are out of the deck for this one, or removed from the game. Okay, there we go. So we got Yellow Jacket in play. And we'll go ahead and use Lay Down the Law and I guess Genius for 2 army advance. No, yeah, Genius. I would like to get another ally out to block, but I can't do it this round. So we've got army advance. We'll use Ant-Man to thwart. We'll use Beat Cop to thwart. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then flip the giant, heal 2 damage, and deal the final damage to Yellow Jacket. I think we're going to discard Daredevil here, since I'm not going to be able to play him next round due to having a hand size of only 4. Well, maybe not. Maybe when I flip back, I can play him. I'll keep him. Okay, I got a strength, so that'll help. So 1 threat, 1 attack from Kang, which will tank with Ant-Man for 2 damage, and then 1 encounter card, 1 additional threat when Kang attacks. And 1 encounter card, discard each event from your hand. Okay, that's going to be Lay Down the Law. So, let's go ahead and use Beat Cop. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Daredevil. And we'll thwart with him, deal 1 damage. We'll flip to Tiny. Draw a card. We'll go 1, 2, 3 damage on Kang. And we'll draw 4. 1 threat, 1 attack, 1 additional threat. Defend with Ant-Man. It's 5, so 1, 2, 3 damage, and then 1 encounter card. Master Plan. Gotta go looking for a side scheme. Time Portal it is. When this scheme is defeated, shuffle it into the encounter deck. Okay. Let's see. How do we handle this? We just thwarted away with Daredevil. Shuffle it in, deal 1 damage. And then we'll go 1, 2, and put Kang into phase 2. So he's defeated, advance the main scheme to stage 2 at the end of the phase. Is there anything else I want to do here? I could go like clear the area, draw a card. Do I want to flip to giant? Actually, before I clear the area, I want to put one of the threat on B Cup. I guess that's all. We'll just go ahead and discard most of this, I think. At the end of the phase. We advance to phase 2. And phase 2, what does that do? Phase 2. Place 1 acceleration token here for each side scheme in play, then discard each side scheme. There aren't any side schemes. Each player reveals a random stage 3 and turn order. remove any unused stage 3 schemes from the game. So we'll just take phase 1 out of the picture. And we have 4 stage 3s. So we'll just roll a random number 1 to 4. Random number is 2, so number 2 it is. When an acceleration token would be placed on another scheme, place it here instead. Players cannot join this game area unless there are no other game areas remaining. Create your own game area and place this scheme in it. Add Kang, Iron Lad to the game area. And deal yourself an encounter card. So here comes Kang. He has 2/3 stats, retaliate 1, and toughness. When defeated, remove inexorable fate from the game. At the end of the phase, join another game area. So, after the stage is completed, place 1 set aside Kang's Dominion face down under stage 4. At the end of the phase, remove Kang and this stage from the game and combine your game area with another game area. So he has 22 health. And we deal in a face down encounter card. That'll get annoying quickly, so let's get him out of the way. Okay, so that was at the end of the phase. So we go 1 threat, 1 attack on Daredevil. Army Advance is going to be very good against Iron Lad because it can deal damage without dealing with the toughness. So we got 2 encounter cards here. Number 1, Future Weapon, goes on Kang. Gets an attack with Overkill and a stun and +2 attack. Energy Blast, Kang attacks you. So that's going to happen immediately. We'll have to defend and just hope for the best. It's going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 4 damage and a stun. And discard Future Weapon. So on to the hero phase. We'll use Beat Cop. Use 3 damage. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nick Fury. And draw 3. I'm going to save the resize. Just clear the area and draw a card. Play Skilled Investigator. We use Nick Fury for damage. He takes 1 additional because of Retaliate. And then we're going to flip to Scott Lang, heal for 1, and draw 5. It's going to be an additional encounter card. We have 1 threat. We have a scheme for 5. And an additional encounter card. So exhaust your identity and surge. That's annoying. I was hoping to heal. Temporal Shield. We've seen that before. Depowered. We've seen that before. Are there multiple copies of that? Apparently so. A hero-specific card we can discard will just be Giant Strength. Get rid of that. We'll go Nick Fury's retired at the end of the round. When Kang is attacked, so the Army Advance wouldn't proc the Temporal Shield, actually. Let's use Beat Cop for 1. Let's go... We'll flip to Giant form. Deal 1 damage. And heal for 2. We'll use Pim Particles, Jessica, and Wrist Gauntlets to get out Wasp. And deal 2 damage. We'll use Wasp to thwart. We'll use Resize to flip to Tiny. Draw a card, remove one threat. And draw a card with Ant-Man's helmet. Do I want to clear the area? Yeah, sure. Clear the area. We don't draw a card. And then we'll just ping 3 damage and draw 5. So 1 threat, and we'll use Kang to attack. We'll have Ant-Man tank. Okay, just 1 damage, that's good. 1 encounter card. Discard from the encounter deck until a card from the Ant-Man Nemesis set is discarded, and then reveal it. So that's going to be one of his resize or size increases. So we're on to the hero phase. Beat Cop is getting quite large. Go 1, 2, 3. I used Pim particles when I was in giant form and I didn't heal for 2, didn't I? I healed for 2 when I flipped to... Yeah, I did not heal for 2 when I used the Pim particles. I healed for 2 with the giant form, but not the Pim particles. Let's see. I think I'm going to want to flip to giant form for some more healing. Heal 2 with the helmet, and we'll go 1, 2, 3 for counterintelligence, or for Agent Coulson, and we'll get back the counterintelligence using his ability. And did I heal for 2 this time? Yeah, I did. Do I want to thwart with him? Do I want to deal damage? I think he's just going to hang out for now. So I'll discard counterintelligence and then I draw 2. Since I'm in giant form, it's -1. So 1 threat, 1 attack from Kang. I'll have Ant-Man tank. So the attack is for 5. 2 damage. 1 encounter card. Another size increase. Oof. No restriction of 1 per. Okay. Let's go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 for another Beat Cop. Or do I want to go Giant Stomp and just... Well, I can't because I'm stunned. So let's get out Beat Cop. Use the Beat Cops for 2 threat reduction. We'll flip to Tiny. Draw a card. Deal 3 damage. And then draw 3. So 1 threat, 1 attack from Kang. Let's put this on an ally now since it's going to be for a lot. And 1 encounter card, which is Time Travel Tactics. Each player takes 1 indirect damage for each obligation. I don't have any, so it's just a surge. Macrobots, guard and retaliate 1. Let's see here. Would like to get out Daredevil. 2, 3, 4. Let's use Daredevil for 2. Army Advance for 2. Army Advance for 1. Let's get rid of the stun on Ant-Man. Let's flip to Scott Lang and heal for 1 here. Use a Beat Cop. And let's draw 5. Do I want to save Giant Stomp? I don't think so. Let's draw 6. So So 1 threat, 1 scheme. She's gonna scheme for a lot. Am I sure that I want to be in... Yeah, I don't think I want to be in... I don't think I want to risk this. It would be a scheme for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's too risky. Let's take away the HP. Let's stay in tiny form. And let's just have Kang attack Daredevil. For a lot. And then 1 encounter card, which is Ancient Warrior for 2 quick strike damage. So now that the size matters is down, we can probably... Let's see, I'll scheme for 4. If we start with 0 threat, it should be okay. Let's go Army Advance. Get rid of the Ancient Warrior. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 for Avengers Mansion. Draw a card. Get ramped up a little more. Let's flip to Giant. Deal 1 damage. Heal for 2. Before that, I should have dealt another damage. Use Beat Cop. And now I think I will flip to Alter Ego. Or should I just deal 3 damage, put him into the next phase? I'd like to go into it more prepared, so let's flip to Alter Ego, heal, heal, and draw 3. So 1, we'll go 1 scheme, scheming for 4, 5, 6, and then 1 encounter card. Hopefully it's not advanced. Chitauri Soldier. Okay. So on to the hero phase. Is now a good time to use Beat Cop. There didn't appear to be a lot of minions in this deck, so let's first use Avengers Mansion. And we can flip to Giant form, heal for 2, use Ant-Man's response for 1 damage on the Chitauri Soldier. Let's go, after flipping to Giant form, let's use Interrogation Room to lay down the law. Let's use Clear the Area to lay down the law for 4 threat removal. Let's go Beat Cop for 1. Discard. Yeah, so let's do Ant-Man's damage from the hero to Kang, and then let's use Beat Cop to get rid of the Chitauri Soldier. Let's use Resize to go back to Tiny. Remove 1 threat. Draw a card. Draw a card for the helmet. And let's go 1, 2, 3 for Mockingbird. Get a stun on Kang. We'll use Army Advance times 2. And remove Inexorable Fate from the game. And at the end of the phase, we join another play area. So the Temporal Shield never did go off. And then we, at the end of the phase, we'll keep these 2 cards. We'll draw 3. It's an additional encounter card. And we move on to phase 4. Kang's Wrath. Reveal Kang the Conqueror. He has toughness. He has his abilities from phase 1. And we reveal each face down Kang's Dominion, which there aren't any. So we have an additional encounter card for cycling through the encounter deck. And we're at the end of the phase, so everything readies up. So we got one threat on the main scheme. Kang's going to attack. We'll have Ant-Man defend that. We'll put an additional threat out. So it's for 5. And then we got 2 encounter cards incoming. Rampage. That's going to bring a minion into play. Macrobots. Seems like a good time to use Beat Cop. For the hero phase, let's draw a card with Avengers Mansion. Let's go with, we'll flip the Giant. Deal 1 damage. Actually, first we'll use Army Advance to deal 3. Then we'll flip the Giant. Deal 1 damage, heal 2. We'll use, so Kang the Conqueror does not have toughness anymore. We'll use Mockingbird to remove that toughness. We'll use Coulson for thwarting. We'll use Beat Cop for thwarting. And we'll resize back to tiny and remove 1 threat. So we have to discard until a minion's discarded. Macrobots. We also draw a card for resize, draw a card for Ant-Man's helmet. We'll go ahead and lay down the law after flipping to remove this threat. We'll go 1, 2, and 3 for Wasp. Deal 2 damage. And we'll just draw 3. So 1 threat, 1 attack from Kang. We'll put that on Mockingbird. 1 additional. Actually, we don't mind giving +2 attack when he's attacking an ally. We have 2 attack from Macrobots. 1 encounter card. Rampage again. Okay, so we can go with... I mean, is there ever going to be a time for Beat Cop? Lay down the law. 1, 2, 3. Let's flip to Giant, deal the 4th damage. Heal for 2. Let's go ahead and lay down the law with War Machine for 4 threat removal. Which means we have to go find another minion. Nope. We discarded and didn't find any, and at the end of the deck you stop discarding. We do get an acceleration token. So we'll go 2 damage, 3 damage. Draw with Avengers Mansion, and then we'll probably just go Giant Stomp for 8 damage. And we'll draw 4. So 2 threat, 1 attack on Wasp. 1 additional. No, we don't mind the +2 attack when it's on an ally. 1 encounter card, which is Tatari Soldier. Do I have 10 damage here? I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I do. Giant Stomp. And just a basic attack. Okay. I like Kang. He's a fun encounter. It's thematic having Kang go against Ant-Man given the last movie. But once Ant-Man got ramped up so quickly with Ant-Man's helmet and 3 army of ants within the first half of the deck, it was going to be over. You could defeat some pretty powerful scenarios or bosses with that kind of setup. So that went well. Once again, the hand size of 4 in giant form doesn't really hurt him that much. Not too big a deal. You can definitely play around it with resize, or just with not doing that too much until you get set up. But once you get set up and ramped up with Army of Ants, Ant-Man's helmet, Beat Cop, Avengers Mansion, Ant-Man gets very strong. Very, very strong. In particular, Ant-Man's helmet is a really, really good card. So, thank you for watching.